What's the difference between a donor and an investor?
I don't think that's a good question. I
Okay.
really shouldn't be so
Rephr-
honest. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
get in trouble
Rephrase it.
somewhere.
Rephrase it. Go ahead.
I'm gonna get in trouble at some point, whether it's after the recording stops or during the recording, but I'm gonna get in trouble at some point. So you have, let's say it like this. Let's look at the investment world, at the business world. You have people that play the stocks. At the end of the day, they're not super invested. They're like, I hope it goes up. I hope it doesn't go up. I'm talking about the average person, not somebody that has thousands and thousands of dollars. The average person, whatever they, throw money here, see what happens, hoping that their money will have a good return, but okay. And then you have somebody that, again, that they're putting tens of thousands of dollars into the stocks and they're looking at the stock more closely. They're looking at how that business is functioning, looking at their financial model, whatever it is, and then they're investing intelligently. And then you have, let's call them like venture capitalists, where they do major due diligence on what they're investing in, and they have an expected return based on their due diligence. So I kind of see it, again, we're talking about that same confluence, which is maybe a danger zone. Maybe people disagree here, but I see a similar thing with donors. You have donors that appreciate the product, and therefore they're going to be a donor. I'll give you 18 shekels, $18, $180, but let's call it a non-major amount of money. All the money is significant, but a non-major amount of money. That's a donor. They're playing the stocks. They appreciate it. They will come back, and as long as we're not doing something that looks off to them, they're just going to continue to come back. They're not highly invested, but they care and they appreciate. And there's always exceptions to the rule. You always have those people that are giving $18 or 18 shekels that are highly invested. You always have those people that are giving $20,000 that are not invested at all. That always exists across spectrums. Then you have a donor who starts delving in deeper. He looks at the business model. He looks at the revenue or the income model. He looks at our impact model. He looks at our scalability. He looks at the way that we function, our streamlined ability. He looks at our transparency. He looks at our reporting. And when he's giving money over to the organization, so he is an investor. He is invested in the organization growing, and the return that he's looking for is a specific type of growth. Oftentimes, donors will ask for, what are your metrics? Are you going to reach your metrics? Right? What are the KPIs? What are the key performance indicators that you're looking at? What are the goals that you're going to reach at the end of the year? And they're looking at those things to see if you're hitting them. And if you're not hitting them, then that's going to impact their decision about whether or not they want to continue to invest. So that's where you start seeing donors becoming very similar to investors. And again, looking for a different type of ROI.
Okay. So you're basically making a distinction in both in a for-profit and a not-for-profit between let's say maybe a Robinhood investor and a larger investor who's more interested in giving more.
Um, yeah, theoretically, I think we should just explain what a Robinhood investor is, because that could mean two different things. I think what you're saying is Robinhood, the app, where people are
Yes.
throwing $1, $2, $10 at the app, and they don't
Yeah.
really even know if their money was invested or not. Like there's a certain lack of open transparency that Robinhood would have in that sense. Meaning, if you push into Robinhood, you'll get that transparency. But the average person isn't pushing in; they're assuming that my $5 that turned into $10, it's somewhere and I'll be able to get it out. So
Maybe
yes.
you could
So in
even
terms
say
of
lack
like
of
the app,
investment,
yeah,
right? There's a
exactly,
certain lack of
exactly,
investment there, right? As opposed
exactly,
to someone who you would call an investor, maybe in a more traditional startup structure with
exactly,
different series where people are more invested.
exactly.
All right, great. Well, thank you, Ellie. Appreciate your time here.
We have a
And
hard stop. I love that. All right, well, we're going to continue
all
this
right,
next week.
yeah, great.
Great.
All right, bye.
Thanks.